All right, here we go. This is Math 2. We're talking about median line, which is a big topic. First thing that you need to understand is what are we shooting for? What is our answer going to look like? And the answer, when the directions say find the median line, is going to be a line in the form y equals ax plus b. Okay, this is similar to y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. But your answer is going to look like this. That means that it might be 2x plus 4, that your answer could look like that. Your answer might have decimals in it and look like this. 0.8x plus 17.5. Your answer can have negatives in it. It could be negative 2x minus 4, something like that. Don't think that a can't be a decimal. Don't think that a can't be negative. Don't think that b can't be negative. Any of that is true, but this is what we're shooting for. If you look at your choices on the EOCT, you're going to have 4 choices, and they're going to look something like this. Okay? So that's the first thing. If we have a goal in mind of what we're trying to get to, then hopefully we can get there. Understand that you've got 2 unknowns. You've got an unknown there, right? That's your question mark. You've got to find that part. X is going to be in every single question. You're going to have an X in every single question. This is going to be your other unknown. Okay, so you're going to have an unknown with the A and an unknown with the B. There are 2 things there. So you might figure out that A is negative 2 and put it right there. You might figure out that B is negative 4 and put it right there. And that's your answer. Okay, you're not trying to find X. You're trying to find A and you're trying to find B. We have formulas for both A and B. Okay, the formula for A is y3 minus y1 over x3 minus x1. I'll explain it later. There's a lot to explain here. But that's the formula for finding A. If I can find y3 and y1, if I can find x3 and x1, then that's the formula for A. What does this formula kind of look like? This will help you remember because it's not on your formula sheet. What is the slope formula? y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So that it looks similar to the slope formula. Okay, this is helping you remember because they're not going to give you that formula on the test. It kind of looks like slope, y over x, rise over run. Okay, instead of y2 and x2, we simply have y3 and x3. Think you can remember that one? Okay, I hope so, because you're going to have to memorize that formula to find A. Now, we found A, we got a formula for A, now what do we need the formula for? B. We need the formula for B. Okay? So here's the formula for B. It's longer than A. The formula for B is, this is the coach book, those are the teachers that are watching this video, y1 plus y2 plus y3. You add up all the y's. This will make more sense when we do the first example. I'm just getting the formulas out of the way. Add up all the y's. Then you subtract A, which we found right there. A could be negative 2, or it could be 0.8, or it could be negative 10, or 27, or whatever. A times, add up all the x's. x1, x2, and x3. All divided by 3. It's a long formula. I don't disagree with that. Let's look at it though. Really, it's not that bad. You're going to add up the y's. You're going to add up the x's. It's going to be y minus a times the x's. And then in the very last step, you can't forget to divide by 3. We've got to divide by 3 at the very end. Okay? Now, what does all this mean? How are we going to get a problem out of this? I'll show you in just a second. Any questions so far? All right, here's your first example. All right, here we got to have some data values. All right, so here's your data. 18.5, 2611. Should be writing this down. 3016. 15:2. 25:11. 26:13. 22:9. 21:10. And 13:1. Copy that data value. How many data values do we have? How many? Count them. 5 and 4 makes 9. We got 9 data values. So the problem is going to start off, they're going to give you the data values, and they're going to say, find the median line, and in your head, you're saying, okay, my answer is going to look like this, and my formula for A is this, and my formula for B is this. Okay, raise your hand if I've lost you. Anybody have lost? Any questions? Call it. I'm lost. A specific question. We haven't done anything yet. You're just acting up because you're on camera.
No, I can't look. I don't.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Step 1
Go.
is to organize the data, meaning put it in order, based on the X values. Okay? Organize data based on the X values. We couldn't do it on the X and the Y, right? Or we could do the X or the Y, but we couldn't do it on both. We got to pick one. So we're going to organize the data, meaning put it in order based on the X values, top to bottom. Okay? I'm running out of room, so I'm going to do it over here. Okay, so I'm going to organize my data and do it in my X values over here. What's my smallest X value? 13. So 13:1. There's my first data value. Cross it out. What's my next data value? 15 what? 15:2. Remember, it doesn't matter what your Y. It doesn't matter. All right, how about the next data value? 18:5. All right, I'm going to leave a little space and you'll see why in just a minute. What's the next data value? 22:9. Is that right?
21:10.
Oh, 21:10 and then 22:9. No big deal. 22:9, 21:10. Got both of those. What else? 25:11. All right. Then we got 26:11. Doesn't matter. 26:13. It doesn't matter what order you put those in. You're only doing the X's. 26 comes at the same time as 26. So it doesn't really matter on those. Take that and that out. And then last is 30:16. Is that right?
Yes.
All right, so we got all the data values done. Now I'm going to erase this. I can erase all this. We've got step 1. We organize the data values based on the X. All right. Step number 2, and I kind of already did it for you here because I know what's going on. You'll know the next time. Step number 2 is to chunk it into 3 equal chunks as best you can. Group is a better word. We're going to group the data into 3 groups as best you can. Now, why am I saying as best you can? You may have 10 data values. Here we had 9. What would we, and that was easy, 3, 3, and 3. What would we do if we had 10 data values? 3, 3, and 4, and it doesn't matter. You're still going to get the right answer if you do it correctly. What if you had 7 data values? What would you do?
3, 4.
Can't do that. You got to do 3 chunks. 3, 3, and 1 wouldn't be equal. 3, 2, and 2 would be better. Okay, 3, 2, and 2 would be better. If they give you 9, which I'm going to do today, it makes it a lot easier. Okay, are you with me so far? Okay. I know this is a lot. I know it's different. I know we got a big formula here, but I think if you watch, you can get these problems right. Because I guarantee you they're going to be on the EOC too. Step number 3 is find the median of each group. Now we have to think back to stat. Find the median of each group. Median means what? Middle. So we're going to look right here and we're going to write the median of this group. We're going to do the X median and we're going to do the Y median. The X is easy because if you've done them in order, it's always going to be the middle value. right? We got 13, we got 15, we got 18. So we just put a 15 right there, and every single time we'll be okay. The y's, not so much. We gotta be careful. If I have 1, 2, and 5, this one's easy. What's my median? 2. So I put a 2 right there. That one worked out to be that way. It won't always be that way. This is x1, and this is y1. Do you see x1 and y1 somewhere over in our formulas? Yeah. We got an x1 right there. We got a y1 right there. There's x1 and y1 right there and right there. So we're getting some pieces of our puzzle. Right? We're starting to get the things that once we plug into the formula, we're going to be able to find the median line. Okay? Now we need to find the median of this chunk, or this group. What's the x median? 22. Piece of cake. Remember, it's the middle. What is the y median? 10. See, you can't just pick this middle term. Because if I have 9, 10, and 11, that's not going to give me the correct... If I just pick 9, I'm going to get it wrong. The median is 10. This is x2 and y2. Did I just fill in another piece of the puzzle over there? Yeah, I'm almost there. I'm almost having all the pieces that I need to solve to get the median line. All right, how about this one? The x median is going to be what? 26, 26, and 30. What's the middle? 26. 26. It's right in the middle, believe it or not. What is the y median? 13. Because we put it in order, it gave us that. So there's my x3, and there's my y3. Now, do I have all the pieces of the puzzle in order to do this formula? Yes. Yes. Which one do I have to do first? A. Why A first? Because I need A in order to find B. I got to do A first. Is it really that hard finding A? No, I simply do 13 minus 2 over 26 minus what? 15. Right? A equals 13 minus 2 all over what? 26 minus 15. Right? Y3 minus Y1 over X3 minus X1. What does that give me? 11 over 11, which is what? Positive 1. Is that nice? A equals 1? Yeah, we like that. It's nice and easy. It's easy to plug in. It's not a decimal. It's not negative. Right? Won't always be that way, but that's pretty sweet. All right, now how do we find B? Let me erase this because I'm running out of room. We found that A was 1.
Plug it in.
All right, plug it in for me, Colin. Camera loves you.
All right, 2 plus 10 plus 13.
2. Oh, I'm sorry, you're right. 2 plus 10 plus
13.
Good.
Minus 1
Times
15 plus 22 plus 26.
Correct. All over what?
3.
3. I wouldn't even attempt to try to do that by hand. You can, right? But type all that in your calculator and boom, it gives you the answer. Hold on. You type that in, this minus this, type all that in. If it gives you a negative number, so be it. If it gives you a fraction, so be it. No big deal. We type it in our calculator. Cam, what do we get? Negative 38 over 3. Is that what everybody got? All right. Negative 38 over 3. Is it okay that it's a fraction? Sure it is. Sure it is. All right. So now we've got A, right? Half of the puzzle. We got B. That's the other half of the puzzle. Can we put it all together? Do we remember what our answer is supposed to look like? Right? Y equals what? 1x. You could put it or not put it, either way. Minus what? Minus 38 over 3, or 12 and 2/3, or 12 point what? 6 repeating. 6, 7. Same thing. Okay? Any of those would be acceptable if you're looking at your choices A, B, and C, A, B, C, D. Questions on the median line? I kind of stopped putting my steps here. Let's see. Hold on. We found the median of each group. And then step number 4 was find A. Step number 5 was find B. And step number 6 was put it all together. A and S. You know, plug it into the answer. All right, hold on. Let's go through those steps again. We organized it as far as our X values. We grouped it in chunks as best we could. 3, 3, and 3. Because we had 9 data values, that was easy. Then we found the median of the first group, we found the median of the second group, found the median of the third group. Sometimes it's that middle term, 15.2, 15.2. Sometimes it's not, 22.9, 22.10. Then, once we found our three medians, then that gave us all the pieces of the puzzle to do this formula first, find A. Then we plug it into this formula, and we find B. Are they going to give you these formulas when they ask you to find the median line? No, they're not. They are not going to give you these formulas. You have to memorize them for the EOC2. You plug them in, you solve, and then your answer is going to look something like this. Okay? Cam, question?
So, on the EOC2, which answer would you...
It depends. I mean, in the book, in the coach book, they got this answer. So, I like algebra. I mean, the whole point is you can leave 38 over 3 and leave it like that. As long as it's reduced, you can leave it like that. Okay? Buck off. Any questions? Anybody have any questions on median line? All right. I'm going to stop the video here, and I'm going to let you do an example. And you got